Welcome to the Blockchain Security Monk tutorials as part of the FortaBot development training. And in this last lesson, that is lesson 36, we learned to detect one of the most dangerous events in DeFi, that is the smart contract upgrade. And why? Because a single malicious upgrade can turn a safe protocol into a trap overnight. Nowadays, most DeFi protocols, complex protocols in general, use proxy contracts. The proxy address stays the same, and the implementation logic can change. This is convenient for upgrades, but is disastrous if it is compromised. So if a hacker or an insider changes the logic, they can steal funds, they can disable withdrawals, or they can insert hidden backdoors. So our FortaBot will watch for upgraded events to catch this. So let's start by having a look to the project structure as we have been doing previously in the previous lessons. As always, we find the source folder in which we have agent.js that contains the logic to detect upgraded events. Then we have our test folders in which we have agent.test.js, in which you can include unit tests for simulating upgrades. This is just a template. You can add as many unit tests and more advanced testing that we have seen, and you can include as fuzzing test and other more complex tests as you want. Then we have the package.json that includes the dependencies like Forta agent and ethers. Then we have forta.config.json that is for Forta configuration for testnet and mainnet deployments. And finally, the README doc that includes instructions and usage notes. So let's start by reviewing the bot logic in agent.js. This bot, what it does is that filters transactions for upgraded events. It emits a high severity finding object for each new implementation address and records metadata like the new address and transaction hash. This is a critical alert that the protocol logic has changed. So let's run our bot in our local environment, and let's start by installing dependencies with npm install. This installs everything your FortaBot needs. Run the bot locally with npx forta agent run. And the local simulation will start, showing that the agent is starting and finally running locally, and that is waiting for transactions. But no findings object will appear by default because the simulator doesn't emit an upgraded event automatically. So we have to simulate an upgrade event. So let's simulate a real contract upgrade locally by creating a new test in the test folder. Let's call it simulate_upgrade.js, and then you run the test in your terminal by writing node test/simulate_upgrade.js, and if it is working, then you're going to see the finding object as an output in which you're going to see the contract upgrade detected, and in the description is going to say contract upgraded to implementation, and the address. Once you see the findings object, this will show and indicate that your bot successfully detected a contract upgrade. So in summary, in lesson 36, you have learned to detect proxy contract upgrades with upgraded events, also to simulate these events locally to confirm that your bot works, and to recognize upgrades as high severity alerts in blockchain security. This bot is your last line of defense against malicious code changes. So your bot now guards the soul of the protocol, that is, its logic itself. So I hope this lesson has been helpful, and until the next meditation.